Thank you, Elsa. Good morning, everyone. So, as a general counsel in a large European IT company, I lead a team of young lawyers, manage external counsels, weigh in on complex and strategic transactions, of course, advise executive management and board of directors, and oversee corporate governance as well as maintain a huge legal knowledge base. At ScaleFocus, we are 680 hardworking team members who are involved in over 500 projects for over 300 companies worldwide. We earned 32 million euros last year and were recently recognized as one of the greatest software companies by Forbes. Additionally, we were included in the 500 fastest growing companies in EMEA by Deloitte. So, as you can imagine, the company has grown at an exponential rate. When I first started back in 2015, we were less than 150 employees, and we were making approximately 5 million euros per year, which is like little small compared to now when we are around 700 employees and we are making over 30 million euros, which is 6 times more. So the rapid growth throughout the years really made it necessary for us to regularly change our organizational structure. As you can imagine, the level of legal operations in a small company compared to one 5 times its sizes requires different kinds of tools. And said that, the one consistent factor that I encounter across all employers and all clients whenever I suggest automation in our everyday work is, well, guess what's the answer? Yeah, this is the usual answer, and as you can imagine, unfortunately, this made me skeptical even about the possibility that such tools existed. Company was making constant changes in its portfolio, which impacted the documents that I needed to create as well as their urgency. So this triggered a tendency for chaotic workflows as well as lack of accountability simply because there were no clear owners. Naturally, the decision-making took much longer and it was really difficult to complete. All of these factors created an atmosphere which was very stressful, and to be honest, I lived in a fear whether companies' interests will be protected simply because there were too many dynamic elements such as documents, employees, clients, decision makers, etc., etc. So before I developed the initiative to modernize our legal department, I could not imagine that a platform for smart document automation as a self-serving tool could actually exist. I wanted something that was sophisticated enough to handle all my challenges and at the same time simple enough for me to use daily. Choosing a smart document automation tool is easy if you know what you need. I didn't, but luckily enough, my spouse is a process optimization and automation consultant, and I have to admit that I abused his generosity. He found several options and told me the different results I would get based on my existing work patterns and pain points. So, because of the 30 days free trial of Legito, we were able to assess and test the system on some of my contract templates. I have to honestly say that We were extremely impressed by the flexibility and ease of use, as well as the personal approach by the entire Legito team. When we saw that the other document assembly tools had fewer automation, really small, not so many functionalities and features, well, Legito, of course, was the obvious choice. Before I started building the smart templates, I got to know the system and its capabilities. Also, I took some time to design my document creation and management process. I also then asked my spouse to show me specific challenges and processes, how they were addressed by Legito, and then I had to redesign some of my processes. Then we used the import from Word functionality very extensively, simply because it's much easier than building the document structure manually. Also, recently, I got the fantastic news that our IT engineers managed to integrate Legito with our CRM, Salesforce, and these several steps from the process were redundant, and in this way, we increased efficiency and accuracy. Other Legito features, such as template description and detailed document instructions, helped me to onboard our first 40 employees at once. Also, with smart templates adopting to different business cases scenarios, I was able to record training videos, and these videos are for common scenarios where I'm showing the users how to balance business interests and legal risk. The types of documents that we first automated are B2B contracts that we use most often, and these contracts are with our clients, partners, and subcontractors. Such documents are non-disclosure framework agreements, professional services agreements, as well as license agreements, implementation and support agreements, of course, statements of work, and acceptance of delivery protocols. So now I use Legito as a self-serving tool to generate tailored documents, streamline workflows, expedite approvals and decision-making, of course, manage documents and knowledge, and last but not least, I use it to track interactions between all parties. A couple of months ago, as you can imagine, my most mundane activity was to create documents from templates, verify their adequacy, of course, update stakeholders on the status and content of these documents. This was really not a value-added activity that I was performing, though. So, within the first week of implementation of Legito, my workload fell by 50%. Document drafting time fell by 90%. We had no grammatical and logical mistakes in our documents. And of course, I was really surprised because the time it took to create, negotiate, and sign a document fell by 2/3. And document management actually became easy. So now that Legito really takes care of all our document management and all our templates, of course, facilitates negotiation and signing, and of course, help me collect valuable data, I really am proud to say that now I have the energy and time to tackle new challenges. For example, now we will focus on all the documents that are incoming outside the company, because we have to be able to process them as well. We have to be able to review them very quickly, and of course, to apply the necessary changes with the same ease and with the same flexibility as we do with Legito. So I hope you find my short but really inspiring and helpful for me story as I felt when I was studying, implementing, and of course, now using Legito. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know how to do it with the flower and social distancing. I don't want to throw it. It's not good, so I'll turn around.
Thank you very much.
Teodora, I introduced you basically with a question, if you would ever come back being a lawyer in a law firm, attorney. Would you ever come back and be attorney in a law firm?
Well, through the 5 years, to be honest, I was tempted because being an attorney, it's really being in your comfort zone because you're sitting behind your desk and you're acting as an authority and the client sees you as an authority. Being in the business, being close to business or being next to the business is completely different. And to be honest, I think that if I change it, it will be something like being as a business enabler and partner, really, not so much as an attorney at law, so no, I will never go back, really.
Teodora, you're quite innovative. Is there anything old school you're using, you like?
Emails.
Emails are old school?
Old school.
I love emails.
Yeah, emails are old school. No, really, to be honest, recently, well, a couple of, like, in 2 years ago, we write down all our tasks on papers, really. We use sticky notes for the tasks. Now we use Planner. For example, now we gather feedback, use forms. We all these tools, really, and being in an IT company, I don't have an excuse not to use the technology, so not anymore, really.
Great, good luck with that. Teodora Bobcheva.
Thank you.